The coronation of His Majesty the King and Her Majesty the Queen Consort will take place at Westminster Abbey on Saturday, May 6, and, to mark the historic occasion, the palace has promised a concert with performances from global music icons and contemporary stars. The late Queen's Platinum Jubilee party at the palace saw industry titans Diana Ross, Queen and Rod Stewart take to the stage, while Elton John delivered a pre-recorded rendition of Your Song. After much speculation about the lineup, the first artists on the lineup have finally been announced with a promise of more names to come. Along with plans for a star-studded lineup, the concert will also incorporate the monarch's love of classical music. A royal source said of those arranging the event, "There is no doubt that they want to put something on that the king, as well as other members of the royal family, will enjoy." A specially formed coronation choir representing the many voices of the country will also perform in front of the newly crowned king. Celebrity coaches Amanda Holden, Motsi Mabuse and Rose Ayling-Ellis are joining choirmaster Gareth Malone to mentor the singers ahead of the big day in a BBC documentary. The concert will be held in the grounds of Windsor Castle on the evening of Sunday, May 7, the day after the coronation. 10,000 members of the public who obtained tickets via ballot will join volunteers from the King and Queen Consort's various charities in the audience. The remaining tickets will go to organizations supporting young people, the military and the environment, as well as local communities and the wider Commonwealth. The public ballot is now closed, and those who have won free tickets will be notified by late April. Exact timings for the concert have not yet been announced. Plans for the coronation concert lineup were kept under wraps for weeks, but the BBC has finally confirmed which acts will grace the stage. Who better to represent the Brits on the Windsor Castle stage than Take That? The three remaining members, Gary Barlow, Howard Donald and Mark Owen, have confirmed that they will be performing in front of the newly crowned king and queen. Barlow organized the Diamond Jubilee concert for the late Queen in 2012 and led his bandmates in a performance at the London 2012 Olympics closing ceremony, so Britain's original boy bands certainly have the experience needed for such a historic event. Grammy, Oscar and Golden Globe winner Lionel Richie has also been booked for the occasion. The 73-year-old dancing on the ceiling singer has met the monarch a number of times over the years and became the first global ambassador for his charity, the Prince's Trust, in 2019. Another US superstar and a fellow American Idol judge will fly over to support the king. Katy Perry, one of the world's best-selling music artists, said she's excited to be taking part. Perry is an ambassador for the King's charity, the British Asian Trust, and hopes her performance will shine a light on its Children's Protection Fund. In a nod to the King's passion for classical music, renowned opera singer Andrea Bocelli and bass baritone Sir Bryn Terfel will perform a duet. Both have previously had brushes with royalty. Bocelli sang for the late Queen on a number of occasions, while Terfel was awarded the Queen's Medal for Music in 2006 and received a knighthood for his services to music in 2017. North London singer Freya Ridings, whose debut album was streamed over 1 billion times globally, will be joined onstage by classical composer Alexis French playing the piano. Describing it as a pinch-me-once-in-a-lifetime moment in history, Ridings said she was overwhelmed to be invited to perform. But these won't be the only entertainers we can expect from the evening. The BBC has confirmed that further names will be announced shortly. Who could they be? Ollie Murs has publicly spoken about his desire to take part in proceedings. The pop star, who has 6 platinum albums, told Good Morning Britain, "I'm here if I'm needed, I'm on tour so the dates work, if the royals need me I'm around. Lots of artists would be so honored to be singing, so it would be amazing." The 300-strong coronation choir is made up of singers from diverse backgrounds, including a troupe of RNLIC shanty singers from Somerset, a Northern Irish farming community group, an LGBTQ+ choir, a Gaelic choir from the Western Isles of Scotland, Hull's NHS choir, and a refugee choir from Wales. They will be joined by the virtual choir, made up of voices from across the Commonwealth. Gareth Malone, Britain's Got Talent judge Amanda Holden, Strictly Come Dancing judge Motsi Mabuse and actress Rose Ayling-Ellis aim to coach, challenge and inspire the choirs to give a pitch-perfect performance and overcome the inevitable nerves that come with singing in front of royalty at Windsor Castle, according to a BBC spokesperson. The documentary about this process, Sing for the King. The Search for the Coronation Choir, will air on BBC One on May 5, 2 days before the concert. Some of the world's biggest entertainers will lead the festivities with musical classics, accompanied by a world-class orchestra and dancers. The 74-piece classical orchestra will include members of the Countess of Wessex's string orchestra, as well as woodwind, brass and percussion sections from the bands of the Household Division. Aside from the music, the palace has confirmed that the May 7 centerpiece will be a light show involving projections, lasers, drone display and illuminations at various important locations across the UK. Unsurprisingly, for an event celebrating a monarch so devoted to the literary and performing arts, spoken word sequences will feature and will be delivered by stars of stage and screen who are yet to be announced. For those who missed out on the ballot and plan to watch or listen from home, the Coronation concert will be broadcast live on BBC One, BBC iPlayer, BBC Radio 2 and BBC Sounds. Presenter and former Desert Island Discs host Kirsty Young will anchor the BBC's television coverage of the concert from Windsor Castle. Radio 1's Clara Amfo and Kiss Breakfast host Jordan Banjo will be backstage with the performers. Over on Radio 2, Zoe Ball will chat to the stars before they take to the stage, while Dermot O'Leary will be out amongst the crowd. Ball says she's thrilled to be part of the coverage, adding, "I'm really looking forward to seeing who Dermot and I bump into at Windsor Castle and bringing all the backstage magic to our listeners live on Radio 2." Screens in St James Park will also show the Coronation concert at Windsor Castle on Sunday 7 May.